here's one of the greatest, worst games that had great voice acting. Well, one great voice actor. Let's see. I'll let the intro play, and you tell me if you recognize who the voice actor is.
Name's Jake. Welcome to my world.
I'm standing outside Groom Lake at the edge of what is rumored to be a top-secret Air Force base, although the government has always denied its existence. For some reason, air activity and radio traffic in the area is at its highest in recent memory, leading to speculation that the government hovers above.
When I was a kid, I loved to blow things up. Plastic Army men were my favorite. The year is 2026 and I've changed. A little. I'm a Special Task Force Marine in the Explosive Division, much to my wife's disapproval. Only now I defuse bombs before they blow my brains out. What a rush. I received a call early this morning for my next mission. I hate being woken up before noon. See, it's your standard defuse and run, only this time the explosives aren't going to be popped in any ordinary building. They're in a classified place where the government hides anything that might disturb the average Joe. I know a little about it because my father worked there until his death 15 years ago. He died in a plane crash on the way to work along with 10 other scientists. Or so they said. I was only 9 when it happened. The strange thing is that 2 days ago I received a phone call from a man who refused to tell me his name. He told me he was a friend of my father's and that soon I'd be learning more about his death. The next day I was assigned to this top secret mission inside a place called Area 51.
All right, so if you guessed the great Bruce Campbell from Evil Dead, you guessed correctly. Now, I'm sure a lot of people probably don't even know this game because it didn't get very good reviews for, as you could see, the opening movie that you just saw. They used in-game footage to shoot the CGI, which would normally be a CGI movie. Even back in PlayStation 1, they could do better than that, but I guess they didn't care. And yeah, so they spent all their money hiring Bruce Campbell is the only thing I can think of. And when you think of actors, voice actors in games, who do you think, or who most people think of? I would say probably Ray Liotta in Vice City, right? That's one of the big actors that first voice acted in a well-known game. Other than that, I can think of, as some of the first ones, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. I don't remember the two guys' names, but both of the guys, the guy who did Soul Reaver and the other guy had the very raspy voice, the awesome voice that was the guy talking to the Soul Reaver. He's a famous voice actor or actor. Those are the two that come to mind always when I think of when did we start getting really good voice actors in games or that were actors. Nobody really remembers this game. And strangely enough, this came out before either of those games came out. This came out in 97. Vice City didn't come out till 2002, and Soul Reaver came out in 99. So he was one of the first well-knowns to voice act a game. Now, the game he voice acted in, not very good of a game, and he carried the game, basically. But they hired him not only to do that, he did the credits, which a lot of people probably don't even know, the credits for the game, and he does his sense of humor. So I'm going to play the credits here just so you can see the stuff he said during, if you beat the game, this is what you would see. It doesn't show you the ending of the game, but just the credits. Just take a look at this.
Then there's Scott, the PlayStation programmer. Emphasis on play. Jeff. Yeah, overpaid, underworked. Yeah, team leader, lead artist, game designer, blah, blah, blah. Then, of course, there's Keith. Let's see, artist, third cinemas. Yeah, big deal. Richie, artist. Todd, music and sound effects. Yeah, Todd who? Then, of course, there's Agio. Music. Well, you heard it, so what do I have to say?
Not going to play the rest of it. I thought that was a pretty cool touch they put on the game. I wish he would have done his card for himself. I think it would have been funny, but obviously they got every dime of every penny out of him in the voice acting category, because that's one of the first I've ever seen. I still don't know to this day where they had the main voice actor do some of the end credits. Have you ever seen that? I haven't, other than this game. So let's go to the game now. And this is a game, one of the few games where I used to boot it up just to watch the intro, because I thought it was funny, and even the beginning of the game we'll get into right now. Let's go.
There are things I like about my job and things I don't.
I hope you had your beauty sleep, Private, because you need it.
What's the situation, sir?
A scientist has placed major explosives on the first 2 levels of the base. He's threatening to blow them up if we don't meet his demands. Your mission is to defuse these bombs. If you look at files, talk to anyone, or even go to the bathroom before you defuse these bombs, I will take one of these explosives and shove it right up your...
I understand, sir.
You must avoid being seen by any flying security cameras in the base. If they spot you, the scientists will blow this base up. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. You trying to keep something in or out? Hey, what's with the escort service?
This is Marine Commander Black Dawn. He and his men are going to clean things up after you complete your mission. You will contact me and let me know after you defuse the explosives. Understood?
Yes, sir.
What's your major malfunction, Private? Say it like a Marine.
Yes, sir.
Move out!
It's showtime.
Now watch the beginning. It happens very quickly, but that guy, Black Dawn, who's like a mix between Ivan Drago and the Terminator and has the voice similar to Arnold. Watch what he does in the very beginning. Watch right here. So these are some of these scientists are civilians. They're surrendering, and this guy is just blowing them to pieces. Oh my God! Like that's like the best.
Here's the deal, Lieutenant. I want $2 million in unmarked bills, a private jet, and a televised interview with the biggest media mogul you can find.
It'll take hours to meet these demands.
You have 20 minutes.
I need more time.
20 minutes! America has a right to know what's going on here. No more secrets!
And of course, since they hired him as the voice actor, you can talk to basically everyone in the game. So we'll talk to the Terminator Ivan Drago guy. Listen to what he says.
Hey, pal, what's your mission? Why have they called you in here?
Get to work, Grunt.
I don't think so. I don't need an escort service. Well, you're just one big dude, aren't you?
Defuse the explosives or die.
Did you hear, Fitz? He's not giving us much time.
Yeah, you're right. We have to move quickly if we're gonna be the first to get the interview. Where are you?
I'm on level 4. Fitz is sending someone to meet us.
I'll be there soon.
Well, you're just one big dude, aren't you?
Defuse the explosives or die.
So these guys just shoot anyone that comes through there, whether they're hostile, they're not hostile, doesn't care. They shoot them. Not all these guys have lines. This guy does. This weird-looking guy here.
Hey, is that big gun on your back really necessary?
Yeah, man. Size means everything.
So, tell me, just grunt to grunt, what's going on? what's your mission here?
That's none of your business, man. Now why don't you do your job before we're all dead?
Don't you worry about me, Gun Breath. I got plenty of time.
So, and then these guys have no...
Hey, pal, what's your mission here?
We don't know yet, sir.
Why not? Why hasn't Black Dawn told you?
We have to wait until you defuse the bombs before our commander tells us.
Huh. Typical.
And there's this, who is supposed to be a lady.
Hey, what's a good-looking girl like you doing in a place like this? Oh, man, what's your problem, sweetie?
You're not dead yet.
I don't know if she says anything else.
Hey, so what's the your commander's problem, huh?
Don't you have bombs to defuse?
Oh, I got plenty of time.
And then the others don't. The other thing that's funny about this game, obviously the graphics are absolutely terrible, but remember, this is a PlayStation 1 game. So you're supposed to defuse the bombs, and he does funny things. If I let him stand around here for a little while, he gets angry.
Hey man, listen to this. We now have confirmed reports that the body of Elvis has been seen inside the base. Earlier we asked a local farmhand why he thought the military would want his body.
Well, isn't it obvious? They want to bring him back from the dead to wiggle his hips for one last time.
Turn that crap off.
Hey, just trying to have some fun.
No time for that.
That's like just weird dialogue happens all over the place. Let's see if I can get him to do the thing where he gets angry. That's
What a rush.
that guy was just walking out the door, and this guy is annihilated. Like, it wasn't even. Ivan Drago doesn't give a shit, man. You come through that door, you're dead. Don't even hostile, non-hostile, done.
I can't believe Fitz is going to give us this interview. I've waited a long time for a break like this.
I found something on level 3. You won't believe this, but...
Robert,
Hey, read the manual, okay?
He's starting to get agitated. That's one of the things he says.
You better get to bed, loser.
These lines, like, I don't know what he's...
Come on, will you get off this level?
All right, so I'll just show you a little bit of it. So you go in here, and you're trying to avoid the security cameras. They see you, and the guy who has the bombs gets...
Out of my way!
Yeah, some of these guys are not friendly, but you can only shock them, okay? And,
Groovy.
What's this? It seems one of your men has entered the complex, Lieutenant. I told you no military personnel. Move your men
see,
out or I
that
bomb
camera,
this
and
place.
to avoid the cameras, you're supposed to, like, crawl like this, which is not very good. And these guys, because you just stun them, they get back up, and they'll start shooting you again. So to kill them...
Eat lead, Dr. Smith.
you jump on them. You jump on them like Mario to kill them if you want to. You don't have to do it. And there's some of them you don't. Like, no, that guy you definitely do.
Yeah, bye-bye. You take care. Bye. Yeah, death for all my friends.
Like,
Open sesame already.
he just talks the whole game. It's fantastic. That's the best part of this game. I played this game so many times. The other great thing about this game, which was kind of rare at the time in 97, is there are not only 4 different endings, but there's 4 different paths to choose when you're playing the game. 4 different, completely different paths. Not just like, oh, I say one thing and now I get ending number 2. You know what I mean? Or I did one. No, it's a complete different storyline almost. 4 different ones. And one is really crazy where you actually... This game is not what it seems. I don't want to ruin it for anybody that's never played it, but
you burnt now.
Do your job or I will personally, I swear to...
Man, blah, blah, blah. Should have thought of that a long time ago.
Just listening to like the banter and the voice acting in the game is worth it alone. I mean, obviously only Bruce Campbell's voice acting is good, but just the crazy stuff they talk about while you're going through the level is just nuts. Let's see if I can find somebody to talk to. See, and then you start seeing these things, which are weird. And the aiming really sucked in this game, too. I think Black Dawn shot that for me. Thank you, sir. The aiming was also very terrible in this game, because you had to... If you... Oh, no. So you can shock the cameras. Like this guy's taking a dump or something.
Definitely
Hey,
gonna
buddy,
blow up
you
the
sure
whole
picked
base,
a
yeah,
weird time to
definitely. Of course,
go.
you know, there will be a mess. You know, they'll
Houston,
blame me,
we have a
definitely.
problem.
They never make it. I'll never make it out before I'm blown up. Definitely gonna blow
Earth
up the
to
whole
Mumbles,
base, yeah,
listen
definitely.
up.
Of course, you know, there will be a mess.
You hear me?
Mess. They'll blame me, definitely. Never make
This
it out.
guy's giving me the
before I'm blown up.
creeps.
Jack, your time is up. The media's on its way, and the money and jet are here. Please be reasonable. Just 5 more minutes. No more deals. Project Broken Helix will not be destroyed. No, wait.
That's obviously the bad ending. But those who've never played this game, or even if you don't play it, it's worth to just boot it up and to walk around and listen to the different banter that goes on. It's pretty funny. But again, this is one of the first games that I can think of where they got a pretty well-known actor, because you got to understand, this was right after he did Evil Dead 1 and 2. I know a lot of people think of him as just a B actor now, but he was the shit back then. When Evil Dead 1 and 2 came out, he was highly requested. And then he was voice acted. He did a couple of other games he voice acted, but this was one of the first. I think this is the first one he did voice acting for a video game, honestly. But it is a fun game. If you get over the graphics and figure out how the controls and everything work because of the multiple storylines, you will, I think you'll enjoy it. So this is another hidden gem, in my opinion, is a hidden gem of a game that nobody knows this game or has played it. And if you like Bruce Campbell, big fan of his, like I am, you should definitely play the game. Definitely play the game, just for his banter alone. And that's it.